Judicial review is the power of a court to examine laws, government actions, or policies and determine whether they are consistent with a country's constitution. If a law or action is found to violate constitutional principles, the court can declare it invalid or unenforceable. This process allows courts to ensure that laws do not overstep legal boundaries and that government branches follow constitutional rules. Judicial review plays a key role in maintaining checks and balances by preventing any branch of government from exceeding its authority. Now let's explore the origins of this concept. The concept of judicial review has its roots in legal traditions that emphasize the separation of powers and constitutional supremacy. It became widely recognized in the early 19th century when courts began asserting their authority to interpret constitutional law. This development was influenced by earlier legal systems that emphasized the role of courts in reviewing government decisions. Over time, judicial review has become a fundamental part of many legal systems, allowing courts to serve as guardians of constitutional rights. Now let's look at some examples of judicial review in action. One example of judicial review is when a court strikes down a law that conflicts with constitutional rights, such as freedom of speech or due process. Another example is when courts review government policies to ensure they do not discriminate against certain groups or violate fundamental legal protections. In some cases, judicial review is used to resolve conflicts between different levels of government, determining whether a law passed by a regional or national authority is valid. These examples show how judicial review helps ensure that laws and policies align with constitutional principles. Now let's consider some strengths of judicial review. One strength of judicial review is that it helps protect individual rights by ensuring that laws do not violate constitutional freedoms. It also reinforces the system of checks and balances by allowing courts to limit the power of the executive and legislative branches. Another advantage is that judicial review provides a way to correct mistakes in lawmaking, preventing unconstitutional policies from being enforced. Additionally, judicial review promotes fairness and consistency in legal decisions, ensuring that all laws are held to the same constitutional standards. Now let's examine some weaknesses of judicial review. One weakness of judicial review is that it gives unelected judges the power to overturn laws made by elected officials, which can raise concerns about democratic accountability. Another challenge is that different judges may interpret constitutional principles in different ways, leading to legal uncertainty or inconsistent rulings over time. Additionally, judicial review can sometimes slow down the implementation of policies, as laws must go through legal challenges before they can take full effect. Despite these challenges, judicial review remains an important tool for upholding constitutional law and protecting fundamental rights.